Yo, what's up guys, I'm the Fire King, and today I have our PWC Season 7 Week number 3 matchup. We're going up against a good buddy of mine that goes by the name of Rish. He is coach of the California C.Kyogers. And he comes into this matchup with a 1-1 record. And we also come into this matchup with a 1-1 record. We'll leave. He does have a YouTube channel, so I will leave his link down below alongside the PWC's YouTube channel and my good buddy Bill Standish. I will leave their 3 links down below. Bill Standish is the one that does my thumbnails for me, or he's been doing them lately. I mean, he's always been doing them, but him and OP Jellison were kind of going back and forth. But Bill Standish has kind of been doing most recent thumbnails for me. So like I said, I will leave those links down below. Like I said, me and Rish, we both come into this matchup with a 1-1 record. And a quick breakdown of my team. I got Thunderous holding the White Glasses with the T-Bolt, Incinerate, Hidden Power Ice, and T-Wave. I got Physically Defensive Mega Venusaur with Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, Leech Seed Synthesis. I got Rocket, my Ape, holding the Muscle Band with Fire Punch, EQ, Stone Edge, and U-Turn. I got Samoa Joe the Crocodile holding the Leftovers, Physically Defensive with EQ, Knockoff, Fire Fang, Stone Edge. Registeel, Specially Defensive holding the Leftovers with the Seismic Toss, Iron Head, Toxic, Stealth Rocks. Sandslash, Physically Defensive holding the Leftovers with the EQ, Toxic, Knockoff, and Rapid Spin. Because I didn't want Rish to hazard stack me, because he didn't have access to he had access to webs, rocks, and spikes, if I'm not mistaken. So I didn't want him to hazard stack me, so that's why Sandslash came, so I could rapid spin away. And yeah, that's my team I brought. And he brought his Diggersby, his Fortress, Starmie, his Mega Charizard X, Tapu Bulu, and Rotom Heat. And let's just start off with the matchup. I start out with my Infernape, my Rocket, and he starts out with his Rotom Heat. I go for a Stone Edge. Does a very good amount to him as he goes for a Volt. It does a good amount to my Ape. And here he goes on to his Starmie. I don't want to take a Scold or a Hydro Pump, so I'm going to go into my Registeel. As he goes into his, he goes for the Scold on my incoming Registeel. I'm eating it up. Here I click Toxic, if I'm not mistaken, predicting a switch. And now the Rotom Heat is Toxic, which is good. I'm gonna switch out. Go on to Freddy the Sandslash as he goes into goes for a Pain Split. And we get a little bit of leftover recoveries as he Toxic damage is gonna start whittling up on him. Here he goes on to his Tapu Bulu as I go for a knockoff. And here he shows me he's a Z move, because this is one of his Z users. And here I'm going to switch out and go into my Venusaur, that way I could get that Mega Evolution. He goes for a Swords Dance. And here I go for my Mega Evolution as he goes for the Z. What is that? His Z move, it was a Zen Headbutt. I didn't even know. To be honest with you, I didn't even know this thing got Zen Headbutt. So he knocks me out, which sucks because I lose Mega Venusaur right off the bat. Turn 7, I'm gonna be down to 6-5. Like I said, this match I prepped more than my last 2 matches. My last 2 matches I think I prepped like in under 10 minutes. This one I did prep for like a good 30 minutes. But again, my lack of Gen 7, I guess, and these Z moves, which I don't really like. I didn't know Tapu Bulu had a Zen Headbutt, which was my fault for not doing my research on him. But here I'm going to go on to my Ape. I'm just going to click Fire Punch, if I'm not mistaken. There you go, there goes the Fire Punch. Starmie eating it up, basically, with the Grassy Train and Leftovers. And here he switches out, as he knew I was going to switch into my Registeel. So, yeah. And here I wanted to stay in and click Toxic, but I was like, no. I have a good switching in with the Crocodile. Get into Intimidate drop. And good thing I didn't stay in, because I was gonna die to that Flare Blitz. And I get leftover recoveries. Here he's going to switch out because he's at -1. He goes on to Tapu Bulu, and I clicked Stone Edge. It did 27% to the Tapu Bulu. I get leftover recoveries and Grassy Terrain, and he gets a little bit of recovery with Grassy Terrain. Here I'm going to switch out to AJ Styles, the face that runs the place, the champ that runs the camp. I used up the superpower still did a good amount to me. And here, I believe I clicked Hidden Power Ice, expecting the Diggersby. And here he gets leftover recoveries, Grassy Terrain. He's almost at 100 with his 30, almost, because I go for he was at 99. I go for Incinerate, knocking out the Fortress. We're up. No, we're tied now 5-5. I go for T-Wave because this thing is a threat, especially if it starts upsetting DDs. And he gets fully powered on the first turn, which is good for me because now I get to save my Thunders and go on to Crook. As he goes for a Dragon Claw, like I said, I eat it up because he's at -1 defense. He's paralyzed now, so he's not really a big threat anymore. Here I predicted him to switch out as he did last time to his Tapu Bulu, so now I got him on the switch. And my Ape is back in. Rocket is ready to hit someone hard. I go for a Fire Punch, and I knock out this Tapu Bulu because I am Iron Fist. My ability is Iron Fist. And here I get a little bit of recovery with Grassy Terrain. Here he goes on to Starmie. I'm just gonna go on to Sandslash. I was gonna to my Registeel. Sorry, why would I go out to Sandslash? I go into my Registeel, and here I'm gonna click my rocks. Better late than never, because it still does a good amount to the Rotom Heat and the Charizard, and chip damage on the Diggersby is always good. And here he goes for a Scold. He's fishing for that Skull Burn. So far he hasn't got it. I go for a Seismic Toss. I thought he was going to switch out, to be honest with you. And I'm just going to go for Toxic. That way I force him to switch out, so he can get the Natural Cure ability. And force him to switch out so he doesn't Rapid Spin. Because I want those rocks there even if I only get chip damage on certain mons. So I go for the Toxic. Well, the rocks will do chip damage to only Diggersby. It does a good amount to Zard X and to the Rotom Heat especially. Here you go. Finally gets that Skull Burn. I go for a Seismic Toss. And Toxic is almost going to kill him. Here he goes for a Scold, and I'm just going to knock out this Starmie with Seismic Toss. And now we are up 5-3. But he still has that Diggersby with 100% health. And here he goes on to the Diggersby, takes a rock damage. He goes for an SD. And I went for Toxic to put this thing on the timer. But now he's at +2, so now he's going to be hitting like a truck. And it sucks. Here he goes for a return, knocks out my Registeel. We're still at 4-3 at this point. But like I said, he does have +2 Diggersby. And Quick Attack is going to be doing a lot. So I go into Samoa Joe with that Intimidate drop. So now he's only at +1. I go on to Sandslash. He goes for a return. I live on 1. And he gets a Life Orb damage and then a Toxic damage. Here he goes for a return and knocks out my Sandslash. And now we are tied 3-3. This Diggersby has brought the game back. He lives at 4 HP, so he has 1 hit left. Now he's at neutral. But I'm going to go on to AJ Styles, sacking him off, which sucks, to the return. And if this is a double down, he died to Life Orb, not to Toxic. So Registeel doesn't get a kill there. I go on to Ape, my Rocket. He goes on to his Rotom Heat. I connect the Stone Edge, knock him out. And we're up 2-1. Now he goes on to Zard X. I do have EQ, so I'm going to click EQ here. And this will knock him out 100% of the time. And Ape, right there, picking up the last 2 kills. And the Minnesota Victinis pick up a nice 2-0 victory over Rish and his California Kyogers. And we are now 2-1 with a +3 differential. So we are now 2-1 with a +3 differential. And after this game, we are in 2nd place in our division, which is good. And like I said, I'm back in the game, and I'm gonna start team building. 100% of the. I'm gonna start team building very good, like I usually do. Not only 10 minutes now. Like I said, I'm through. Like I said, I gotta look to the future. No more thinking about the past. And Thunders picked up 1 kill, Ape picked up 3 kills, and Registeel picked up 1. And our who leads our team right now? Our team leader kills is Thunderous with 5, and then 8 with 4. And that's about it. I'll see you guys next time. Later.